Yo, Haven. Grand Rising Supreme Shining, baby. Grand Rising Supreme Shining. How you feeling? If you're not in a good mood, wonderful mood, hopefully you will be by the end of this video. Full disclaimer, this video is for the entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. Yo, Haven, what's good? Grand Rising Supreme Shining. Yeah, am I the only one who noticed, like, in the previous rotation that the energy was a bit off? Because I noticed, remember I told you I haven't seen the moon since the 29th. The moon was back in the previous rotation. And I had two people kind of feeling, I don't know, they was like in an emotional state, like, you know, in a down state. So am I the only one who noticed that? Am I the only one who noticed the change of emotions in the previous rotation? And look, including myself, I wasn't in the mood to go record on YouTube and all of that XYZ stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Interesting. Anyhow, if you've been here from the beginning, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, including authenticity. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown a seed with me, it will be returned 100-fold, as the Most High uses you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks. Peace and prosperity to you and yours, and it never goes unnoticed. It really does help the channel, foundation, and my well-being. If you would like to do the same, my Cash App link is in the description or the About tab on the channel. It really does help. I kind of need the help, but don't trip. Anyhow, yo, Haven, let's get it. This is part 2 to the previous video. So what was it? Let me check. Matter of fact, while we sitting here doing a little intro and chitter chat, yada yada. Yeah, because these intros, everything I do is not ever scripted. This is probably the only thing that's scripted is the damn disclaimer. Other than that, I freestyle this shit every single time, bro. Every single time. So pardon if you feel like I'm not part of like always on track or always on the same routine, because I'm not. I freestyle this thing every single time. Anyhow, in this video we'll be looking at eye-opening videos that are highly interesting. Let's get right into it, baby. Let's get right into it.
Okay, y'all, now here's something else that the mainstream media is not reporting on. So as we all know, Hurricane Helene just went through North.
Yo, the footage itself is 51 minutes, so this might be over a 1 hour long video. We're gonna try to make it through it, but for the most part, get comfortable, get cozy.
Carolina, and it literally leveled North Carolina. So I guess what this did was it literally disrupted a whole bunch of nests of yellow jacket bees, and now the yellow jacket bees are all over North Carolina attacking all kinds of people. So the floodwater literally destroyed the insects' underground nests, and now because they are out of a home, they are also attacking the people of North Carolina who are also homeless. Now they've bought with them large amounts of EpiPens and Benadryl, but the number of people who have been stung is so massive that they literally have ran out. It seems that all kinds of people were getting stung by these yellow jacket bees.
Crazy.
I mean, even the linemen who were trying to restore back power into the town were getting stung by the bees. People who were delivering to and from the churches for food were getting stung by these bees. And not to mention, a huge portion of the population are allergic to bee stings. So this can have negative and catastrophic effects to certain types of people. You know, it can cut off their breathing, swelling, all types of things. So they have to make sure to bring these things in ASAP. But because of the massive amounts of destruction that has happened in North Carolina, they are finding it hard to bring the medication to these people. So I'm just doing my job out there and letting y'all know what is happening in their neck of the woods. Meanwhile, I'm letting y'all know, if you're in Florida, y'all need to prepare for this next hurricane. I too am in Florida, and I have to get ready myself. But this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Yo, but nah, hold on. I'm going big. We're going big screen and talk about this, actually. You feel me? We're going to make this a good one. My thing is, have you guys ever seen La Brea? This is like probably my 3rd, 4th time mentioning it on the channel. Go watch that show. It's on Peacock. Pardon. It's about people who fell into a sinkhole in LA, but at the bottom of the sinkhole was a portal, and it brung them back to 10,000 BC. Now, those yellow jackets that came from underground reminds me of that show. Go watch it. These prehistoric bees that I'm thinking about, they ain't no joke. It seemed like that's the same exact thing, damn near. Them things came from underground. They not screwing around. They not playing, and they will definitely do you dirty. So, if you would like to, go watch that show. You might learn something. I ain't gonna lie, that show is actually really good. I'm not even much of a TV person, and I really like that show. I actually watched the series twice, I think. The full joint, like twice. Also, it sounds like population control. They know more things than we do, and they hide certain information. So, okay, let's do this and do that and cause this and cause that, and then some people's gonna, you know, become unhealthy and transcend. Let's keep going though. Whoa. What just happened, bro? My bad, Haven. Let me rephrase that. My apologies, Haven.
Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all.
We back? Yeah, we back.
Watch out, nigga. You know, you sucked up. Watch out. Hey, watch out.
What are they hitting though?
Give me that shit.
What's up, boys?
What's this?
A whole case of lighters?
Get that shit.
Bro, what are we doing? What are y'all doing?
Watch out. Oh, you sucked her in the face. Hey, throw a trash can at her.
Oh, nah, bro. Come on, y'all.
Y'all niggas tweaking.
Facts, y'all tweaking, bro. Facts, y'all tweaking, bro. Yo, these young folks be tripping, bro. Like, what's the point of this? What is we doing? We not gaining no. You know what? Let me just keep going. That was pathetic. Our own people.
And this is why she keeps saying she's not black. It's actually because she's not human.
She's not reptilian.
And what he has done his entire career,
But people don't see that.
relates to these families and these individuals. This is just extraordinary. A president who understands the power of diplomacy and understands the strength that rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy and strengthening alliances.
Most of these politicians and entertainers aren't human.
Absolutely not. Y'all gonna vote for her? That's y'all. You don't want to vote for none of them. I
I'm
always
telling
tell
y'all
y'all on the
soon
channel.
it will be a great unveiling.
Nice.
All right, a lot of these
I
politicians,
can't wait.
as well as entertainers, a lot of them aren't even human in nature.
Anxious.
A lot of these beings are shapeshifters that utilize adrenochrome to hold their humanoid form. A lot of these beings actually reside in cities underneath us. The Hopis actually refer to them as distinct people. These are actual beings that walk amongst us. And some would actually argue that these beings been here just as long as us on the planet. This is the type of things that the solar flares are going to be revealing, all right? Because we only typically have access to 1% of the light photon spectrum. But with these ionizing particles coming in, it's actually giving us a bit more access, which means that we're going to see a lot more things in front of us. And this is why the Pope came out with a disclaimer talking about demons or aliens and what to do to protect yourself from them. And they were actually making mentions of demon face syndrome. They were made aware that we are actually going to be privy to these things. We're going to be seeing these things. See, most people would call you crazy if you told them that our government was being ran by extraterrestrial biological entities, all right, that took the image of humans that actually weren't human in nature at all. and actually had completely different ideologies in its entirety. All right. And a lot of individuals will consider you a conspiracy theorist or crazy, but soon the whistle will be blown and everything will be exposed. You're going to realize that everything in regards to racism, prejudice, in regards to you looking at someone as an opposition was all an illusion. All right. To keep us fighting each other while they usurp this planet of its minerals and resources. This is why your primary focal point should be elevation, all right? Elevation of consciousness as well as ascension. Just like there's nefarious beings that actually been subjugating this realm, there's also benevolent beings that actually wish for elevation of this realm, all right? And we are actually seeds, children of a lot of these ancient celestial beings, okay? So it's a situation where we're going to realize a lot that's going on the planet. Your primary focal point should be ensuring that you're cleansing yourself, removing yourself of all parasitic organisms, staying hydrated, ensuring that you're basically in homeostasis, all right? Because there are going to be a lot of nefarious foods that's pumped out, a lot of nefarious frequencies, and their objective primarily is to keep you in the lowest frequency possible. I keep saying,
this is what I mean by like things that I go through and things that I work against. Like I have background noise after saying that I'm recording a video. I muted. Now I'm talking with a muted microphone, bro. Yo, you can't make this up, man. I forgot what I was saying because I'm already so frustrated. Like, oh, yes, I do have intentions to get the bicycle still and go on nature bonds and nature rides, but great guys, thanks for you guys who assisted me and contributed to me getting the P5 and 2K. Now we're back on track. We're going to detox. We're going to do all of these things so that hopefully their weather technology doesn't work as it's supposed to, as it does, because it's not supposed to be cold anyway, and I can continue grounding, sun gazing, XYZ through the winter season. But, pardon, we right back to it, man. We done. Our next goal, our immediate focal point right now is detox, cleansing, decalcification of the pineal gland, chlorella, parasite, all of that in a nutshell. Yeah, that's our next focal point. Let's get it.
everyone should be detoxifying themselves and utilizing things like chlorophyll to ensure they're alkaline. I keep telling you to utilize things like chlorophyll for detoxification and removal of harmful metals such as lead, cadmium, and mercury. Just like 2 days ago, we received 4 X-class solar flares back to back, okay? It's a situation where the atmospheric condition of the planet is substantially heating up. So you want to make sure that you have any toxic metals completely removed and purged out of your system. And elixirs like Ormus is essential for decalcification and activation of the pineal gland. This is going to actually help you to lucid dream as well as astral project and give you more access to the Akashic records. Herbs like Hirataki are also essential for decalcification and activation of the pineal gland, but it also fights bad microbiome in the gut, which eradicates viruses. These are the steps we have to take while on a path to ascension, as well as cosmic light code integration. Personally, with everything going on the planet, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't an elections at all. I'm going to be 100% honest. Most of these things is just basically deceptive machinations to alter our attention. As far as the P. Diddy stuff, the shooting stuff that transpired with Trump. Everything we seeing right now has been to snug at our attention. All right, which means basically that something huge is coming. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
I have a very important message. With the energy and frequency of the planet turning up, fasting is going to be something that you want to incorporate in your regimen. We've often been told that when our...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even lying to y'all when I tell y'all, I got this thing like right here at the top of my spine here. It's like a tingling energy thing. Like I can't explain it. It's random. Like, it comes random, but I be like trying to rub it out and it doesn't. It's like a tingling. I can't explain it, but it's literally at the top of my spine, like at the bottom of my neck. Whatever.
Stomach growling, that means we're hungry. But that's actually false, all right? When our stomach growling, what's actually happening is the bad microbiomes is being eradicated. This is actually what that simply means. So fasting is very important, and it's essential that you detox and cleanse all parasitic organisms from processed food. It's also imperative that you detox harmful metals out of your body in order to successfully receive light code activation. Over 95% of the population is walking around with toxic metals such as lead, cadmium, and mercury in their body. This is facilitated through the water, genetically modified organisms, and processed food. These toxic metals are radioactive and have carcinogenic effects on us. In the upcoming years, we're going to witness cosmic events that we have never seen, and it's going to get extremely hot due to atmospheric conditions on the planet. It's imperative that everyone goes through a detoxification process. The Delete's objective is to stop the Kundalini serpent from rising. The toxic metals in your body, when in conjunction with 5G radiation, further prevents your ascension process and connection to source. The cosmic energy that's coming to the planet is going to eradicate anything unnatural to it. This is why it's important to cleanse yourself of anything unnatural. In the upcoming years, the planet will get hotter than it's ever been. This is why the Deletes are in fear and are now creating bunkers underground. They're attempting to escape the atmospheric conditions and cosmic radiation. In order to access your true inner God, it's imperative to remember that all your thoughts aren't your own, and to also reflect, to hone in on your true inner essence, to access your energy from your other energy cortexes, your heart chakra frequency, and things of that nature, because the mind can be corrupted. Archons do have an ability of affecting your neural synapses, okay? Archons, Greys, reptilians, all these things do have...
I don't know if you guys heard me when I was talking because I keep having damn background noise with no consideration, but pardon I if you feel like I'm not 100% paying attention. I have a cousin who actually needs my mental support right now. He's actually like really going through it, like really down bad, like almost like... You know what? It doesn't even matter. It's personal, but it's bad. It's actually really bad if you get the gist. So, pardon I, and I've been watching the premieres with you guys. Like, that's why I haven't been commenting on the premieres, because I've literally been watching, catching the things that I missed because I've been in and out lately. Yeah, things like that. But let's keep going. Pardon I. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on because I am a real person. 1, 2, we all doing our best. 3, I'm transparent as fuck. Like, I'm not, like, I don't think I'm, like, better than you or you're better than, like, we're equal. So it's like, I'm transparent. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna do the acting funny or the social media facade, the societal norms of putting yourself at a higher value than others, man. Forget that stuff, man. I love all of y'all. We all equal. We all go through things. We get through them together, though. That's what makes us us. Let's get it.
The ability of intruding your neural physiology. Most of the attacks that are designed to obstruct your neural physiology, to obstruct your actual brain. Remember, you also have a brain in your heart as well as your gut. Okay, you have neurons in your heart and you have neurons in your gut. All right, and that's why you can have a gut feeling about certain things. Everything works in synergy and everything's harmonious. You are energy. This is one of the strongest ways they attack our neural physiology and actually implement thoughts into our neural synapses without our knowledge. Harmful radiation are also emitted from our phones, and we carry them on us consistently. These are called EMF waves. They disrupt your electromagnetic frequency. This is why I highly recommend the use of shungite. Shungite is great for protecting your electromagnetic frequency. Orgonite pyramid structures are also phenomenal for protection of your electromagnetic aura field. also carry the EMF protection fabric. This fabric you can literally wrap around your whole pillow, okay, to protect yourself from EMF waves. Once in an astral projection experience, I encountered an entity that told me, he said, you infinite beings tend to think too much with your brain instead of your heart. I gather from that message is to not be so captivated by the thoughts that enter our mind, because the mind can be compromised. All your thoughts aren't your own, okay? There's parasites that exist on you. There's electromagnetic frequencies, different malevolent extraterrestrial entities that have the ability of psychically implementing thoughts. So it's imperative to actually utilize your whole energy cortexes, your heart chakra, as well as your sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, to actually discern between fact or fiction as well. This is why meditation is so essential. It's important to purge those negative energies out of your neurophysiology. High quality EMF protection and different crystals to protect your electromagnetic warfare. Visit Holistic Remedies for Ascension. Also carry products like mugwort and blue lotus and make it easier to access transcendental states of consciousness.
Don't worry, I'll be here during the premiere.
So lately I've been getting a lot of gods and goddesses inboxing me. Some of them actually are stating that they're very stressed. They're upset that they're in the matrix. A lot of individuals are just tired of this reality. Some individuals have even been mentioning being attacked, different spiritual attacks and things of that nature. One thing you have to remember is during this age of awakening, the archons are going to be working in overtime.
Yep, they be trying to get me in the astrals, and sometimes, not all the time, I be aware enough to discern and really fuck some shit up for real. But I'm not gonna go into that. Like I said, that's a different topic, different subject for different content that we're planning in our lives. So yeah, but it's active out there.
Their objective is to lower your frequency. If they can lower your frequency, then that means just a little bit more of the frequency of the planet actually has been reduced. First thing I want to tell you to do is realize that you are in a game, okay? This is just a game that you decided to play when you got bored. You are a god or goddess that decided to come down in this incarnation called the game of life to basically play this game, okay? To either cleanse karma or to add more onto your primordial knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. With that being said, it's important that a lot of you guys shift the way you're thinking, okay? To shift the way that you're actually analyzing things and realize that we manifest everything, all right? We are gods and goddesses. We are electromagnetic tuning forks to the cosmos, and our thought process creates and shifts the paradigm that we actually are living in. So now let's talk about the law of observation. What is the law of observation? This is the theory that when you're observing something, then it actually exists. The minute you're not paying any attention to it, then that wave particle collapses. So now ask yourself, what are you observing? What are you paying too much attention to? What are you overthinking? A lot of you guys, when you lay down and go to bed at night, the only thing you sit there with your eyes closed, which again, I told you, when your eyes are closed, it creates neuromelanin, all right? You sit there with your eyes closed thinking about all your problems. What you're doing is actually activating a paradigm where those problems increase more and more. The objective is to think about what you want as opposed to what you don't want. I'm gonna share a brief experience with y'all. I once had a magic mushroom experience where I encountered this woman, and I couldn't see her, but I heard the voice. It was a Nubian woman, and she stated that her name was Mama Spirit, okay, is what she actually indicated that her name was. In this trip, she actually told me that I'm very powerful and that my biggest problem is my thoughts, and that I really need to shift my thought patterns, because a lot of the things that are tumultuous things that are going on in my life is simply predicated on my thoughts, and they are 10 times more potent right before you're laying down. When you're laying down in that transcendental state of awareness, you're now between the third and fourth dimension. So once you start thinking about the negative things, what you're doing inadvertently is creating that paradigm while you're simultaneously tethered to this 3 dimension. You're in between realities, creating a reality that you don't want. The objective is to really focus on your thought pattern, all right? Again, you are a god or goddess. You can't call yourself a god or goddess if you don't realize that you are controlling your paradigm.
Yo, listen, facts.
Tibetan singing bowls are great.
Though, I just love the way this guy raps, because he know what he talking about. And then for those who enter and understand, those who get it. So it's shout out to him, man. I think I need to invest in one of these as well. I wanted one of these since before, when I was watching Rashad Jamal, opening in that doorway for me to get on my self-discovery path. I kind of want a singing bowl.
for spiritual protection. The sound of a Tibetan singing bowl, when you hit the Tibetan singing bowl, that frequency that's emitted make archons and malevolent entities run. Now, Tibetan singing bowls frequencies are vast and can range anywhere from 110 hertz all the way up to 900 hertz. But typically they're structured to emit frequencies around 432 hertz or 528 hertz. These frequencies are in resonance with the love energy. See, you have to remember, everything is vibration. We are vibration.
Yes.
This is why you have the ability of actually healing through sound frequency. The science of healing through sound is referred to as vibroacoustics. This science indicates that since we are at frequency, we have the ability of healing via vibration and sound resonance.
Okay.
See, these low vibrational beings don't like anything that vibrates at a high resonance. It's overwhelming to them. And the longer you utilize the bowl and actually play with the bowl, the more you tune the frequency and ether in the room. Watch how the sound of this singing bowl automatically changes the frequency.
Beautiful.
This child was sad and crying because sleepiness had come. But luckily, the baby's parents knew how to handle this situation. The wife brought something and gave it to her husband. He starts lightly hitting it, creating a resounding sound. The child stopped crying when he heard the echo and then gradually fell into a peaceful sleep.
Tibetan singing bowls not only work on a quantum level for dispelling malevolent archons, but they also reduce cortisol and put you in a state of euphoria. They put you in a tranquil state and allow you to actually get in this transcendental state of consciousness easier. I do have high quality Tibetan singing bowls available on Holistic Remedies, your extension to Ascension.
I wonder how much you charging for those. They probably cost that bag.
Y'all are about to witness a lot more extraterrestrial activity.
Yo, look, I'm gonna check how much he charging for those in the background and let y'all know right now. Watch this.
UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to refer to them as. Currently, there's a massive ship that's actually parked behind our sun. These ships actually charge using the sun. They charge using plasma energy. Y'all can laugh, y'all can say this is a joke. These are the same beings that actually popped up in Miami, whose coordinates were reversed and meant to go to Antarctica. For those that aren't aware, Antarctica is our entry point to Agartha, which is the center of the Earth. This is what Admiral Byrd was making reference to when he was talking about going to the center of the Earth. He showed us in movies like Journey to the Center of the Earth and a recent King Kong movie. All of these beings, giants, dragons, all exist in the center of the Earth.
Yo, I love Journey 1 and 2. Yo, listen, no, for real, I might watch that tonight. But listen, if you love Journey 1 and 2, please drop a target emoji. You know, the bullseye emoji in the comments, so I can know we resonate on that level. Because listen, I love Journey 1 and 2. I probably watched both of those movies about at least 5 times each, if that. Probably more, but yo, I love Journey 1 and 2. Anyhow, yo, look, the singing bowls cost, one is 25 and one is 50. That's not bad. I thought he was going to be charging like 100 and 150. But yeah, let's keep going. What the? Come on, dude.
Always count on them to show us the truth through Hollywood cinema. The Bermuda Triangle is another entry point to the center of the Earth. This is why in the King Kong movie, you've seen them going through the water. Oceans and the water is one big portal. This is also why there has been mentions of a large creature being seen swimming underwater now. Titans are making a return. So some of the large objects that y'all see in the water may not actually be the Leviathan. Some of them can also be ships. Remember, these extraterrestrials do enter our realm via water. The water is a big portal. Now, what I personally believe is a lot more extraterrestrial activity is coming in through the water. And what's happening is these ships do emit electromagnetic frequencies. And what those electromagnetic frequencies, I believe, is making it uncomfortable for the marine life. I believe this is why they're changing their natural course to different locations. The beings that I believe popped up in Miami, if you look at their silhouette, remind me of the Syrians, okay? These are the extraterrestrial race from the dog star, Canis Major, that the Dogon tribe highly revered. Although the Syrians are amphibious beings, you can see their African features, and you can tell that we do derive from their lineage as well. Most of the beings that are visiting this planet actually are coming from Orion's belt. This is why the pyramids of Giza actually line up with this star system, because the ancients knew that they would be actually making a return. We are actually related to a lot of these beings.
Now, when you hear this, you hear people say, nobody coming to save us. No one said anyone was coming to save us, but these beings have been coming back and forth to the planet, and this is documented.
We gonna save ourselves, you hear me? When we activate a lot, y'all, I wish I could see my beings. Listen, let me go ahead, man. I'm getting power, starting to become passionate, because when we activate and unlock, we gonna save ourselves. And it's like, I was just recently talking about this, because it's like, people's gonna feel so foolish, so just they're gonna feel so stupid. Not even like, I'm not even being funny, when they see things transpire that people around them was trying to tell them and help them be a part of this planetary shift. I was just talking about this with somebody. Like, there's so many people who really don't like get it, and they think it's far-fetched. They think you crazy. Like, recently, I just literally found out that my mom talks to my aunt about me. Oh, I'm weird, I'm this, I'm that. And then my aunt goes and talks about me to other people. Oh, I'm weird, he's weird. That's corny AF. Like I said, karmic family. I know the meaning of it. I know their purpose. Their purpose is to work against me. But come on, bro. Like, discernment, it's all in our faces. I don't know. Like, I feel like I kind of like went off track and start just going on a rant, but it's happening, bro. And I just really need y'all to really get it and really do the work.
In CIA archives, okay? You can look it up. You can go down the rabbit hole yourself and see how many extraterrestrials have been visiting this planet, all right? Peace, love, and light to everyone. With all the solar flares that we have been getting and the larger ones that we're expecting to receive in the future, it's imperative that everyone detoxes their body. People are unaware that we are consistently exposed to toxic metals such as lead, cadmium, and mercury that have adverse effects in our biological makeup. Toxic metals are designed to affect the eumelanin's job of converting ultraviolet radiation through a process called melanogenesis. No matter how much melanin you have in your skin, when you step outside in that sun with toxic metals like lead, cadmium, and mercury in your blood, it's equivalent to putting aluminum foil in a microwave and then turning it on. Component that nature provides for heavy metal detoxification is cilantro and chlorella. All right, and again, it's essential for heavy metal detoxification because it's composed of mycelium, which is a fat substance composed of chlorophyll that wraps around a heavy metal and expels them out of the body. I have the heavy metal detox formula available on Holistic Remedies link in bio. What's required to properly transmute and synthesize light? All high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation. Click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
The last woman who did that was Cassie, and Cassie is gone. Cassie is P. Diddy's slave. Every time you see Cassie with P. Diddy, she got her head down, she carrying bags. She's the mop-up girl. When P. Diddy want to impress him, he's bringing on, he let Cassie go down on him. He let that dude pop her in the butt, and P. Diddy sit back and masturbate while she's being ran in by his partners. Did y'all know that?
That's weird.
I'm telling y'all some true Hollywood insider, brother. It gets down like that. That's the way they roll. And if you're a woman, especially if you're a sister, you come in with all that attitude, they're gonna rip you apart. The first thing they're gonna do is break you.
Sickening.
You fuck around, wake up tomorrow, shit, ass nigga with a footy on, and don't know what the fuck you just done did. Your motherfucking meat pistol fucked up and your ass hurting. You don't know what the fuck to say. You don't know who to tell. Then, here it is, it's time for a contract to come out. Nigga wanna sign you for 5 years, you like, nah, dog. So you don't wanna sign with us? Nah. Nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. You sitting that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's what happened.
Yo, we had this on the channel before, but I ain't know this was related to that. Or, you know what, let's just keep going, bro. He said, yo, popping the tape. Yo, what type of smack in the face is that, bro?
Nigga wanna sign you for 5 years, you like, nah, dog. So you don't wanna sign with us? Nah. Nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. You sitting that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's what happened. You got fucked. What you gonna do? You gonna sign that contract. You don't want nobody in the hood to see that shit. You don't want this shit to get out, dog.
Yo! That's it. I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Telling y'all, and this is what I'm gonna tell y'all like this. These niggas that you see constantly high, they're not getting high because they like to get high. They getting high because they know what they done.
So y'all know those two massive solar flares shift. Peace in.
Indigo children on the surface, all this shit going down. That's why in the 2000s, they coming out with the internet. Social media come out, Facebook come out, all this shit come out. But Facebook and social media was an attack on us, on the indigo children. Because they know that a lot of us are not spiritually disciplined. Because nobody never taught, you feel me? They never taught us that.
They ain't teach us this shit.
You feel me? They been on bullshit. So we're not spiritually disciplined. So that's why they gave us social media. Because they know niggas gonna go on social media and do nothing but bullshit. They know that. Because nigga, they know what you gonna do with social media because they program you to do that with social media.
Were you guys aware that this was also happening in Mexico around the same time that Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina? Y'all see what happened in Mexico? Why is it only people are talking about North Carolina? Look at that, y'all. Water just everywhere. Dirty, murky, muddy water everywhere. The whole town is literally flooded with water. This is Acapulco, Mexico.
Crazy.
Look at that, y'all.
That's crazy.
Look at that. So apparently there was a storm off the coast of Acapulco over here, and that's all it was supposed to be, y'all. But as soon as it touched down, it literally jumped to a Category 3 hurricane. I didn't even know about this. Look at this, y'all. Mexico experienced about 9 feet of water. Look at this, y'all. Everybody's talking about the North Carolina, but nobody knows what's going on in Mexico. Look at this. In certain parts of Mexico, the water is up to your shoulders. And the crazy thing is, Mexico almost got hit again, but now Milton is literally doing a U-turn and coming to the East Coast. Look at that. See, they gotta hold on to things. That's how deep the water is. Did y'all know about this in Mexico? Bro. You see? Look at this, y'all. Cars are literally buried. This is literally the mud flood.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is, again, the mud flood. That's what I'm saying, man. I had no idea this was going on in Mexico because everybody is talking about Hurricane Helene in the United States. But yeah, man, Mexico got it bad, y'all.
Damn. Yo, Aaron and Trish, are y'all okay? Aaron and Trish, are y'all okay? Nah, for real though. Are y'all alright out there?
Look at that. Still going, y'all.
Y'all remember we saw this on the channel a while back? That little thing walking away and stuff? We saw this too on the channel. It's gonna fly by the camera.
Yeah, look at these big ass mosquitoes here.
Yo.
Girl, what the fuck? Big ass mosquitoes.
Big mosquitoes, got it. She was saying fairies live here on her channel. I mean on her video.
Heavy winds right now.
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Right.
We're basically marching up a river. Tide is rising very quick.
Very quick. It's getting hard to walk. Water's almost past the benches.
It's up to my knees right now.
Tampa General is doing well.
It's a whole leg workout.
Yeah, but that's a leg workout right here.
Show them the bench.
Look at the bench.
Almost underwater.
There's like fish nibbling at our feet.
Keep in mind, full high tide doesn't come.
wait a couple hours till high tide. So,
Rise another foot.
Yeah, 2 feet. They said 8 feet. I don't know.
I don't even know what they doing
Lieutenant
out there
Dan,
goofing off.
prayers to him. He's taking a long nap, so we'll see him tomorrow. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan was in great spirits.
Great spirits.
He was not afraid of anything. And he said, get the fuck out and go be safe.
Yup.
So,
But yeah, the water's rising. Probably should get out of here. Definitely not smart.
Yo, bro, I seen this video and lost it. Like, I feel like that thing crawled up my arm. Bro, don't imagine. But man, like, a parasite crawling out of a fish that you just caught and getting on your arm and biting you, probably injecting you with... Oh, no, I just can't. No. Look at this. Oh, hell no. And then it's out. Look at that. Right in the water. I'ma holler. Nah. Ooh. Look at that, bro.
Probably should get out of here. Definitely not smart.
I'm trying to catch it. Oh, look. Crawled up his arm and start biting him or something. Ooh. And then they didn't want to get off that first. It was stuck and latched onto him. How does it know to jump back in the water, though? Smart. These parasites are smart. Milton is now at Category 5, heading straight for Orlando. It looked like it's trying to knock Florida off. Like, oh, let's chip
Most
that
of the
off.
beings that actually visited our planet from ancient times were from the constellation of Orion, all right? And some of them, a lot of them were nefarious, malevolent extraterrestrials. And you have to think about it. We talk about the constellation of Orion, and a lot of people don't know how many exoplanets are actually around all of these stars. In the Milky Way galaxy alone, they say that there's 52,000 exoplanets. Actually say that it could be billions, all right? When they discuss the exoplanets, they say that it could be billions and billions of exoplanets. Now, I know that this is a controversial subject to some. Some individuals would say that, well, space don't exist. I hear that debate. And some individuals believe we live on a flat plane of existence. I personally don't debate when it comes to whether the earth is round or flat. I don't get into those debates or discussions or anything of that nature. However, what I will state is that I know that we aren't the only ones in existence as far as the humanoid race. I personally believe that there's a hollow earth. I know that there's the Argatha. There's different talks of Admiral Byrd flying over his voyage and excavation when he went over near Antarctica, and he actually went to a center of the earth and encountered an ancient being that actually spoke with him, and he's seen cities that were highly advanced. The UFO's Pentagon office and a Harvard scientist is alleging that a mothership is actually in our atmosphere, releasing tiny probes dubbed with dandelion seeds to explore the planets within, basically the exoplanets and things of that nature. Dr. Kirkpatrick, he deals with UFO phenomena in the Pentagon. The ones that speculate will say blue beam, right? But these beams do actually exist. And I don't deny that they will induce some type of blue beam technology to actually create some form of scare. I do believe that they will induce that, all right? I don't put anything past these deletes, but trust and believe that these extraterrestrial biological entities do exist, and those that are tapped in are telepathically in sync with these beings, all right? I actually had telepathic communication with the Lyrans. Kemet, they had pictures in the hieroglyphics showing the sun empowering the star seeds. Mass awakening taking place on the planet. Star seeds will be receiving telepathic communication from your celestial family, and ensuring that you decalcify and activate your pineal gland. Elixirs such as Ormus, which is an orbitally rearranged monatomic element, is phenomenal for doing alchemy to your pineal gland. Ormus will also substantially boost your ability to lucid dream as well as astral project. Frequency turning up on the planet, people are actually going to start experiencing clairvoyance. All right, people are literally going to start activating. You also may start becoming channelers. Voices in your head, this doesn't always mean you're crazy. Time will re-tap into our primordial essence and begin to access these abilities. You're utilizing things like cilantro and chlorella to remove all heavy metal from the body. This is called chelation therapy. Once this is done, this will allow you to properly integrate cosmic light.
So check this video out, y'all. This guy is away on vacation, right? And at 3 in the morning, he gets a ping from his Ring doorbell, and he sees this thing out of his Ring doorbell, y'all. Check this out. This is in Dallas, Texas.
I picked this up last night. Not jumping to conclusions, but this is weird. Probably the clearest footage I've seen.
Okay, so this is a humanoid figure. We don't know if it's a human or not. Covered in like a tarp. Oh shit. Hold on.
Thing out of his Ring doorbell, y'all. Check this out. This is in Dallas, Texas.
Look at it. It got a face and a head. Look.
Picked this up last night.
It's using this tarp like a cloak. Look.
Not jumping to conclusions, but this is weird. Prob the clearest footage I've seen. Slowed for detail. Lucky the car drove by and seemed to scare it off. The roof is 8 feet tall for scale.
Check this out. Watch this. Nah, this thing, look at this. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Okay, I slowed it down for y'all. Look, look. It blinks.
Yo!
What the hell? Are y'all, look at that. It blinks. And it looks once again, y'all, look. And then look how tall it is once it stands up. Y'all see that? It's the fact that it blinks for me, right? And then it looks back, and then once it stand up, that junk is tall. Like, oh man, y'all see that? There's a lot of unexplained things happening on the planet right now, y'all. The veil is thin. I don't even believe we have a veil anymore with everything that's happening on the planet right now. High levels of extraordinary stuff taking place on this planet right now. But what do you guys think about this video, y'all? Wow. Let me know down in the comments below. Okay, so I just peace in.
Guys, what is going on?
Strange sounds are being heard around the world. In Sweden, this sure sounds like a trumpet. In Michigan, another trumpet-like sound. In British Columbia, Canada, Dr. Glenn McPherson says he heard a strange humming sound in his home. At first, he thought it was an appliance.
Ultimately, I cut the power to the entire house, and the sound got louder.
Then he discovered he was not alone.
This is in fact a worldwide phenomenon, and I'm calling it the worldwide hum.
Check out his Hum Map Data project. To date, some 17,000 civilians and scientists from around the world who call themselves hummers have reached out to him, saying they heard the same thing. McPherson thinks the mysterious hum could be caused by low-frequency sound waves that sound like this.
I don't know if I can see it.
He actually built this 3-foot by 6-foot steel box that
You are not welcome, kid. Get out of my energy. Evil has no jurisdiction over me, has no power over me, so get out. Get out of my energy. I don't know where I just got those chills from, Haven. That was crazy. That was weird.
blocks out low-frequency sound waves. But for some reason, even inside it, he says he still hears the strange hum.
Going into the box made absolutely no difference whatsoever to my perception of the hum. If anything, maybe even it got louder.
Inside Edition producer Brianna Deutsch climbed inside the coffin-like box to test it out. She hears no hum.
It's pretty dark.
Now listen to these strange booms that sound almost from another planet.
For Revelations, the 7 trumpets are sounded one at a time to cue apocalyptic events, basically seen by John of Patmos. I really believe that trumpet sound can actually be nefarious technology induced by HAARP. The technology is actually known to actually affect the ionosphere. It heats up the sky, and potentially that reverberation we hear could be the ionosphere in conjunction with the atmospheric condition of the planet being heated up by nefarious technology. And the planet Tiamat, for all we know, could be crying out from the deceptive technology that they're using, because we know that the planet is alive and sentient. The angels depicted were actually extraterrestrial biological entities, all right? And these beings were actually from the constellation of Orion, all right? Orion in Greek was Uranus, which actually is what the heaven that they were referring to. When they speak on beings descended from the heavens, they're actually referring to the constellation of Orion. The pyramids of Giza lined up perfectly with Orion's belt. Pyramids were extraterrestrial generators and ships that they piloted to this planet. It reaches a certain frequency, the pyramids will be reactivated. It continues continues to shift, these deletes are going to fight harder and harder to prevent our ascension process. The hum could be one or two things. It could be an extraterrestrial message or signal they're trying to communicate, or the deceptive technology we're hearing. I think it is. A few star seeds may actually begin to receive extraterrestrial visitation from your cosmic kin. Okay, and this can actually take place in the form of a dream or in the physical realm. All right, a lot of us actually have the ability of summoning extraterrestrial vehicles. It's thinning more and more due to cosmic ionizing particles, which is giving us more access to the light photon spectrum. So a lot of the downloads that you used to hear that typically was just ringing in your ear, you may now have the ability of hearing the full transmission.
Nice.
The ringing in your ear
nice,
could actually
bro.
be ancestors
my
or
ear's been ringing a
spiritual.
lot lately, so nice, bro. If I could have a clear message of what it means, beautiful.
Cosmic kin trying to communicate with you, and unfortunately, because you may not have access to that information or that particular wavelength or resonance, you may hear it as ringing in the ear. With us elevating, it may come through as a voice. Sometimes when I'm laying down and I'm like in between consciousness, basically half asleep, sometimes I may hear clear messages. All right, a full voice will be literally talking in my head. Harataki is a phenomenal Ayurvedic medicine for detoxifying.
He's not lying, because there be times where I'll be here working at the desk and doing what I'm doing, so burnt out and restless where I'll be starting to doze off, but I'm fighting it. And like you said, in between that state, I'll be feeling like I'll be somewhere else sometimes. And then like I'll see something or I'll be doing something and I'll snap out of it like, and look around like, yo, bro, what? Like, damn, like, huh? But yeah, let's keep going.
And activating the pineal gland. It will allow you the ability of having better connection to spirit guides and receiving more clearer transmissions. Literally what the Hopi spoke on in reference to us navigating to the fifth world. Celestial portals and cosmic star beings coming down. Actually in that time now. TikTok banned my account for dropping this truth, okay? But one thing I want y'all to see besides them banning my account is that a Harvard astrophysicist and Pentagon officials are saying there is a mothership in our solar system shooting out seed pods. Aware that the ancient astronauts are returning. I can't find the moon, it's because it's a draconian ship that's hollowed out with observatories and currently it went somewhere else. This is what all the talk of the new moon is there's a lot going on in the cosmos currently, and pretty soon everything is going to boil over. We're going to see everything be unveiled. Nice. Detox your body with chlorophyll, all right? As I expressed, the sun is going to continue to turn up, all right? And when you step out in that sun, no matter how much melanin you have, if you have lead, cadmium, and mercury in your body, it's going to be equivalent to putting aluminum foil in a microwave and turning it on. Recently, we had the biggest solar flare we have ever seen in like 17 years or something like that, right? And this is just the very beginning, all right? It's only going to get more and more intense. If it happens, it will cause the deceptive technology that's inducing the Saturn moon matrix to finally malfunction. And at that point, we will finally be able to see the world for its true beauty, all right? Because everything we have been looking at thus far has been induced by computer-generated imagery and all an illusion. Our cloak, we actually have mad extraterrestrial activity going on in our skies on a daily basis that we just can't see. Not only because they cloak the skies, but also because all of the neurotoxins they utilize to ensure that our perception is deviated. I recommend elixirs like Ormus to do alchemical science on your pineal gland. The steps we must take to gain access to our crystal body.
Okay, you guys, now check this out. So y'all know things have been weird in the skies lately, especially particular into the moon. Well, this guy just recorded this in Gulfport, Mississippi tonight, y'all. What is this?
Man, what the fuck is that?
Y'all see that?
See that, man?
So is that a star manipulating a cloud or a moon? Y'all see that?
Man, what the fuck is that?
I'm trying to figure out as well.
Shit. Man, what the fuck is that?
There's nothing else in the sky but these two moving objects. And it's silent, y'all. It's silent. There's no noise coming out of it. But whatever this is, this star or whatever it might be is moving this cloud or a moon. Is it the second moon? Is that a ship moving in the second moon? Because we already knew the moon wasn't natural to this planet in the first place. So is that a ship moving in the second moon? Like, look at that, y'all. Y'all see how fast it's moving too? Did anybody else see anything in the skies of Mississippi tonight? Please let us know down in the comments below. I'm telling y'all, man, these are some exciting times to be alive, to be witnessing these things. But this is strictly for entertainment purposes only, y'all. Please let me know down in the comments below if y'all seen anything in the skies as of late. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Transmuting negative energy is simply mental alchemy. If you look on alchemy, it's gonna tell you like turning dirt into diamond or something into gold or something like that. And that's really the same thing, because a negative situation is simply dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like transmuting this negative environment or negative scenario into something positive. Like let's say you work at this job and you really don't like the job, but you do it because you gotta support yourself, right? So that being said, mental alchemy is taking the negative out of the job and turning it into creativity. And then before you know it, you'll be that came up on your own shit, and then you don't even need the job no more. That's mental alchemy. Mental alchemy though, man, is really just transmuting negative energy. That's all it is though, man. It really ain't much to, you know what I'm saying? Like if a person comes to you and say something negative, like of course like be on some shit like, oh, like just stand your ground, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, take that negative scenario and turn it into something positive. Like no lie, bro, almost all of these videos are mental alchemy, because a lot of scenarios that I get placed in real life, I transmute that energy into a video. And some of y'all that been here from day one, y'all already know, like I've said in previous videos that I started this YouTube channel really because I couldn't talk to a lot of the people around me about this type of shit. So I started telling y'all about it.
The way these solar flares are hitting and the way these ionized particles are terraforming the planet, we are actually graduated to the what the fuck era. This is literally the era that all conspiracy theorists dreamed about, right? This is such crazy time that you literally could walk out the house and see a UFO, or see an extraterrestrial, or see a pixie or an elf or a zombie. This is that era where nothing is surprising anymore. And this is actually why they induced the deepfake technology with artificial intelligence, because these deletes knew that the frequency would increase and we would see more, so they wanted to ensure that more deceptive technology was produced so people would question what they're actually seeing. With these solar flares firing off, what's happening is we're ascertaining more access to the light photon spectrum. All right, typically we have less than 1%. Typically we see less than 1% of the light photon spectrum, all right, is what we have access to. But now with the planet terraforming, what's happening is now we're actually beginning to see more of the light photon spectrum, which means fourth dimensional entities, different entities that laid in the crevices between different realities are now becoming visible to our naked eye. This is what we refer to as the Great Separation, all right? As we convert from carbon to crystalline, certain individuals are still stuck in the carbon state, all right, while other individuals graduate to more of a crystalline structure. So they have more access to the light photon spectrum than others. As I expressed previously, you could be standing next to someone, you may be able to see a UFO because they're a fourth dimensional vehicle, and someone next to you may not be able to see them if they're utilizing their cloaking technology, because these ships have the ability of cloaking themselves to blend in with nature. However, those with a decalcified and activated pineal gland has the ability of seeing these things typically that are cloaked. This is why this whole time these deletes have been fluoridating the water with neurotoxins and other nefarious chemicals to ensure that your perception is limited, to ensure that you don't have the ability of seeing what's really there. This is also why there's so many food recalls as well, okay? Their objective is to ensure that you're consuming GMOs, which are genetically modified organisms, because these genetically modified organisms has an adverse effect on your genetic sequence. All of this is done to prevent cosmic light co-integration. When a eugenics program was conducted, malevolent extraterrestrial biological entities from the Orion star constellation altered our genetics to actually cap off our telomeres to ensure we didn't have the ability of tapping in to access our abilities, all right? Our ancestors had powers like flight, telekinesis, clairvoyance. Cartoons like X-Men as well as the Avengers are predicated on actual abilities that our ancestors had. This is why there's stories about people like Simeon Toko or Simon Kambongo, who actually displayed abilities complementary to Christ, all right? They were the original Christ. Christ is simply the personification of awakened level of consciousness. When you reach Christ consciousness, you develop a harmonious balance between the Ida and the Pingala. The caduceus is the embodiment of that serpentine energy. This is why in ancient Kemet, a serpent was emerging out of the top of the nemes. An open pineal gland is what's required while on this path to ascension. Herbs like Haritaki, Ginkgo biloba, and lion's mane mushroom is phenomenal for decalcification as well as activation of the pineal gland. Once you have decalcified and activated your pineal gland, it will amplify your ability to gain access to the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is the scholastic library of cosmic data and infinite information. It can even be a school that we may attend in the astral realms at times. Sometimes when I actually visit the Akashic Records, it be in the form of a classroom like this. The chosen ones are all learning higher dimensional information on different planes. All right, because it's our job to actually raise the collective and ensure that we operate the 12 silicate matrix. We are literally in an era where you're about to see everything unfold, okay? This is the time that has been discussed by most of the esoteric teachers. And you're gonna notice it on all planes of existence, especially the dream realm.
These cities, these buildings, these things, right? We don't live like that, right? So the ones that's disconnected from ourselves and nature is looking at the world like what's going on. Hurricanes, all these natural disasters, they've been happening. Why? Because we human beings never stayed in one place for too long. We got what we need, the food, we went to go forage, right? We stayed in one place for a certain amount of time, we packed up, and we left, right? Now we got houses that's $5,000, $4,000, like you're supposed to be living there for a long time, and these natural disasters hit. And you like, what's going on? We human beings come from nature. We are supposed to be mobile, right? So everybody made this false stability, right? This beast system is false stability. That's why nature keep destroying it. And you like, what's going on?
Facts.
Nature is constantly moving. You're supposed to be at one with it, flowing with it. So these natural disasters, you like, I got a mortgage, that don't exist. That's an illusion. It's fake. It's a facade. We human beings are made to keep moving, stay at one place for a certain amount of time and keep it moving. We come from nature.
Let me tell y'all something about me. I ain't berating a motherfucking thing. If your ass dumb as hell, you dumb as hell.
What?
Now I'm the teacher. Why would I call you dumb as hell and you ain't dumb as hell? If you was a bright student, if you was studying, if you was answering the questions of the teacher correctly, why would I call you a dumbass motherfucker? Why would I call you a good stupid ass nigga? You think about them white folks type of schooling, where they sit there and y'all whisper cause they snakes. Well, see, real niggas, real teachers, real gods, we talk with our full goddamn voice. If you call this yelling, bitch, that's just because you been made to whisper like a goddamn snake.
Yo, hold on.
You know, motherfucker.
Yo, my entire life, I always got told, yo, bro, you be dumb loud. Like, yo, you loud. You be dumb loud. Oh, shut up. You're loud. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. I'm being me. I can't be myself. Like, huh?
Speak with.
I think people just be miserable and misery loves company, so they don't like to see you happy, or you know, when you happy and jolly, you overexpress, like you happy. Let's just keep going. People be miserable.
They whole goddamn being, we gods. Why? Because we speak on a different vibration, which they can't take, which is a vibration of truth, and they know they ain't trying to tell the truth. That's why they don't talk loud. That's why they whisper. Why you be whispering? Because you lying. When you get ready to lie to your girl, you talk loud. Baby, I'm just going over here to be with my homeboy and them and chill and just hang out, play a little 2K. No, that ain't how you say it, baby. I'm just about to go over here and chill. You know what I'm saying? Kick it with Joe and them. You know how we be doing, baby. We play, you know what I'm saying, 2K. You see how you had to whisper? Why? Because that's some snake shit. That's some hypnotizing shit. Gods, speak!
Talk that talk, old school. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. This is the end of the video. If you wasn't in a good, wonderful mood, hopefully you are, because it's the end of the video. Full discretion, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. If you've been here from the beginning, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, including authenticity. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you be notified when we go up. Welcome to the Haven. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown a seed with me, it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High uses you as a divine vessel to divine support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. I just want to say peace and prosperity to you and yours. Grace, gratitude, and thanks. It never goes unnoticed. It really does help the foundation, the channel, and my well-being. If you would like to do the same, Cash App link is in the description. Cash App link is on the About tab. Y'all Haven, love and unity. I'm out. Safe traveling Astros if you're watching this before rest.
I'm out of space, I'm flowing, so no slowing down, let's speed it taking off, I'm taking off, buckle up, D2, galactic flow, a different one, the light, yeah, just to come catch on,